This might actually be your last chance to get rich from crypto. And in this video, I'm gonna show you some key rules that I wished I knew from the start so I could also take advantage of the previous bull run. But before we even go on to these rules and show you how you can maximize your profits for this bull run, I would have to introduce myself. And so, if you're asking, who am I? Well, if you're not new to the channel, you already know that I'm mostly focused on Forex and futures, and that's by day trading. But that's the active income. And we get that active income and we put that towards investments. And in this case, in crypto is one of them. So to show a bit of resume, I was investing in crypto, in Bitcoin specifically in this case, since the 20Ks. I was actually even expecting some levels lower in 12K, but it never actually ended up there. Then bought in late because I knew, all right, the lows are in. And for those levels, managed to get 400%, which is very good considering it's Bitcoin. Then another one that I profited massively was XLM, Stellar, right? You can see these are profit taking. We'll go over that strategy later in the video. Also 400%, and then H-bar, which was also super dead, and 200% something. But the most impressive one, and this is still currently my most viewed video on the channel, is when I did this crazy trade of $50,000 by gambling on meme coins. But in this video, we're only going to be focused on safe ways that could actually bring you some decent returns. So firstly, and this is very important, and it amazes me how many people don't know about this, is the 4-year cycle, which is related to the halving of Bitcoin. And so every 4 years you have crypto running. And the reason why I say this is your last chance is because you don't want to be waiting all the way through 2029. So you might as well take advantage this year, and not only the year cycle, but also the quarters. So historically, the Bitcoin has seen peaks during Q1 and Q4. That's the timings where Bitcoin is likely to run. As you can see, if we go over these years, right, from previous data, you can see that Q1, Q4 for 2013, amazing. 2017, you can see that Q4 had an amazing run. 2021, you can see that Q4 had its first run and then continued in the run in Q1. And so right now, if you put them all together, you can see Q4 on 2013, bullish, 2017, bullish, 2020, bullish. And so for Q4, you tell me. But at the same time, and this is another tip, is to not be delusional, because we're already at significant prices in Bitcoin. We just hit all-time highs at 120K some. And 6 months ago, I was literally predicting these levels. I tell you, we're going to 130, 140, 150, maybe max. And then all coins going to push much higher. So I'm being reasonable with my targets, but also keeping them realistic. Because in crypto, the value isn't determined by price. It's valued by the market cap. You cannot look at these altcoins and think because it's so cheap that you gotta get so many multiples. It's all about the market cap. So same with stocks. The valuation, it's the money that's in the stock times the shares. So in crypto, it's exactly the same. So you got to focus on market cap and not price. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you have guys like on the XRP environment that will say that XRP will hit $100, 100,000, you know, and in order to do those multiples, then the market cap would be many times higher than Bitcoin. Now, if you ask them, will XRP surpass Bitcoin? They will most likely say no, because Bitcoin will always remain at first. And so once you're making your targets, make them based on the market cap. If you believe that a certain coin A has a market cap of, let's say, 200 million, and there's a lot of coins in the market that are very similar to coin A, and coin A even has more potential than them, but it's only less valuable, then you might take advantage of this gap. And by these coins being at 1 billion, it might be reasonable for you to target 1 billion as well. Meaning you do a 5x overall. And that's keeping it realistic. With this low valuation, it can do way more, but you don't want to also be stupid and getting bigger and bigger multiples the more valuation it has. Another good thing to mention is to have your targets laid out as partials. As you would have seen in my charts here, I have multiple lines, right? 30%, 40%, 10%, if you can't see, right? And these are for me to take partials because the market can go down at any point, but it's good to be secure in partials. I know that if you hold full until a certain point, you'll get more money, but what happens most of the times is those guys get rich on floating profits and then they go back to zero. So in this case, we want to be taking profits, right? And that's by laying out also realistic targets. 20% here, 20% there. Even before even all-time highs, I'm already taking off 40%, 20% before all-time highs. And it's very expected, very likely for price to go even further than just all-time highs. And so set your profit targets in a way where your goals are met, right? If I could take these partials in these coins, in these levels, right? I'm gonna be left with a 5x or a 10x by the end of the bull run, and that's what I want. So decide how much you want to invest and how much do you want to profit from this bull run. All right? If you have 10k, do you want to get out with 100k? Or if you have 1k, do you want 10k? Or if you have 1k and you want 50k? The approach is going to be different, of course. Whether you want a 5x or 10x, you got to get more risky the more you want. And so instead of just buying something and holding it to gain appreciation on it, you can also use different methods that will allow you to earn with the coins that you already have. Because remember, guys, like I've shown you, we've been waiting on this moment since 2021. So this is finally it. And the altcoin season is just around the corner. So for these methods, I've done some solid research and found a safe way to earn crypto daily and a token with big potential for this cycle. And that's by using Nomy Finance. They have a strong presence at major crypto events. Their team is public. And so today I'll be showing you the opportunities I've found thanks to the Nomy team. It's a strategic way, a venture project and tech infrastructure provider. It's a really serious team in the market since 2019, fully licensed and backtested by institutional support. So as we come over to their website, we can see that they have been 6 years in business, $7 billion that's insured in cost of their assets, and over 1.5 million users worldwide. We can see numerous mentions on YouTube and on X from top traders in the space. They've also got their licenses here alongside with legal information. Their menu with a full range of options from launch pool, borrow, stacking, lending, token info, company details. You can also see it all just above here. As we go on to staking, and this is the best part in my opinion, we can see how much APY we're able to get from numerous coins and even a calculator on what we really can earn just by taking advantage of this. But now that we're on the staking part, I want to go over fixed real quick and lock in some of the coins I have in order to gain interest for the future. As you can see, they have multiple of assets, over 800. The APYs can go all the way up to 155%. And so the ranges can vary from 6.2 all the way up to those 155%, depending on asset, term, and account level, of course. This is all backed by Nomy's institutional credit program. So the loans are fully collateralized and that eliminates all the risk. So I'm gonna go to Ethereum again. I'm gonna choose 9 months. I'm gonna use a balance right here. And I'm gonna continue. Agree with the terms. And right now I'm staking. You can also see my other stakes. We're gonna do a couple more, like XRP. Let's do 800 in this case. Continue. Let's select Nomy to also add another 8% interest on that. Boom, right now we got our code. So we just joined the pre-sale and also got the benefit of earning Nomy, which by Q4 is listing might have a potential of 5x in my opinion. So really have a look at the platform, stake your crypto, really gain more, not just by the appreciation, but also by gaining interest by the coins you already would hold. And remember to open the prize box after your first Nomy buy or deposit interest account. Really join the giveaway. The details are on X. The window to buy is very soon, so make sure you're ready. You can literally be the winner of a BMW or $50,000 in USDC or $20,000 in Nomy or 100 Nomy ads and shirts. All you gotta do is stack Nomys in order to get entries, get bonus for also staking them, like I've shown you here. So don't hesitate in earning daily profits with real institutional grade tools trusted by over 1.5 million. Another one, Bitcoin dominance. This chart is showing us the Bitcoin dominance on the market cap that's in crypto in general. So most of the times, of course, we see this in the 30s, in the 50s, in the 70s%. This is because Bitcoin is holding the most amount of money. But as I'm going to show you, there's a circulation of it. And as you can see by the chart, these lowest levels are exactly the points where we had the peak of the alt season, because this is exactly how the altcoin season will go. First, the money comes into Bitcoin, then Ethereum, and then to the large caps, and alt season, which will be the meme coins, the valueless coins that just end up running, because everything will run as everything will be injected with money. This is the reason why you're having Bitcoin at all-time highs whilst all the altcoins are in their lows. And so as the money rotates from the people that made profit in Bitcoin, they transferred that to Ethereum. You have Ethereum running now. Just as I'm recording this video, we're breaking through that major resistance, major liquidity of $4,000. Then it will move on to the less valuable coins. And as you can see by current price action, we were at these tops whilst Bitcoin keeps going up, and now we're potentially going back down in order to have the alt season. Because this is not saying that Bitcoin will just lose value for now. It's saying that the money is rotating and there might be a lot more money in crypto overall, but it's just not all put into Bitcoin. Because as we know, there will be an euphoria moment. Everyone will be into crypto. Even your grandma would be asking you how to buy crypto. And that's another sign. If random people that are not into this financial market are asking you how to buy or looking to buy, you can pretty much tell that the bull run is at its peak. Or if you have exchanges being the most downloaded app, like Coinbase, Binance, at the top of the Apple Store, for example, or the Google Store. You might also start to see huge sponsorships like we've seen on UFC, Formula 1, and etc.